Welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha, a podcast shared by David Roylance. This podcast is dedicated to guiding you to completely eliminate the discontent mind and the suffering it causes by attaining enlightenment. Learn and practice the teachings of Gotama Buddha that will guide you to fully attain a peaceful, calm, serene, and content mind with joy. To support this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha or visit buddhadailywisdom.com, where you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online learning resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Now, here's our teacher to share more.
Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and we're in part 3 of a 4-part series where I'm helping students build up their Buddhist chanting practice. If you'd like to build up your practice, learning how to chant and using that in order to help you ease into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself, this is an excellent series for you. Starting back with part 1, where I taught the benefits of chanting and how to do the 3 individual chants. Last class, we just practiced the chants and then we actually did meditation, which is essentially what we're going to do today. We're just going to do less of it. We're just going to go through the chants one time, and then we're going to then use those for meditation, going into meditation, meditating, and then coming out of meditation with the chanting as well. So I'd like to welcome all of you, whether you're joining for the first time or you're joining regularly. And if you'd like to learn how to do Buddhist chanting, this is a great little series for you. And if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, you can go to our YouTube channel or our podcast and you'll be able to see what I taught there. So what I'm going to do here is just switch over to some visual aids so that I can guide you guys in some practice of the chanting. So as I mentioned, this is part 3 of our 4-part series. And last time what I did, or at least the first time, is I shared the benefits of chanting. Then we went through all 3 chants. And today what we're going to do is just go through all 3 of these chants, just practicing them one time, so that way the students can build up slowly but surely, having less and less involvement from the teacher. So I'm going to start with the Arahang Sama Sambuddhassa. I'm going to go right into the Namo Tassa, and then right into the ETP So. And then I'm going to see what questions you guys have, because if you guys have been practicing over the last 2 weeks, there might be some questions that came up, and you'll be able to ask those. So if you guys would like to practice along, we'll go ahead and move into the practice, and then after that we'll go into the meditation. Arahang Sama Sambuddhassa Putang Mahakavanhang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savakasangho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Iti piso Mahakava Arahang Sama Sambuddho Vichacharanang Samuno สกาโตโรกาวิตูอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสตาตาวามนุสนังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, I'm going to stop and see if you guys have any questions on these chants, whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. You can ask questions by putting that into the comment section. Or if you're in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand and unmute your mic and then ask any and all questions that you like that way. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions anywhere. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do the chanting on the way into meditation. And then that's where I'll give you some guidance on the meditation. There'll be a period of time where it's just quiet and we're all meditating together. Then we're going to come out of the meditation with some more chanting. And then once again, I'll stop and see if you guys have any questions about any aspect of your practice, the path to enlightenment, the teachings of the Buddha, anything you guys need help with, you're more than welcome to ask any and all questions that you like. So if you'd like to join meditation, you might pull up a meditation cushion or however it is that you normally position the body for meditation. And if you'd like to join in the chanting to ease in and out of meditation, that would be great because it'll give you some extra practice. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakawa Potang Mahakawanang Apiwateyami Savakato Mahakawata Tammo Dhammang namasami Supatipano Mahakawato Sāvaka Saṅkho Sanghang namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Mahakawa Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang sammuno Sakato roka vitu Anutero purisa Dhamma sati satatawa manusanang Puto Bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then, whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath. Either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. สัมมาสัมพุทโธมหาเขวาโพตังมหาเขวันหังอภิวาเตมิสวากขาโตมหาเขวัตตาธัมโมดามังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาเขวัตโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหาเขวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิจาจารณังสัมมุโนสคาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามานุสนังพุทโธภะคะวะติ Okay, if you guys would slowly like to make your way out of meditation. Okay, so I'm going to open up to any and all questions you guys have, whether it's about chanting or meditation or any other aspect of your practice. But before I do, I'd like to just share this brief little thing that now that you maybe have been chanting for 2 weeks and practicing that, and maybe even using the visual aid, what you would like to start doing now is kind of slowly starting to wean your mind off of the visual aid, where you can maybe start learning how to do the chants without the visual aids. And this will help to exercise the mind and build some memory in the mind, where you don't necessarily need the visual aids. You can just do it from memory. And that's something that'll happen slowly over time. Maybe you start with the Namo Tassa, and this is an easy one to remember. Maybe you get that one down really well without the chanting sheet. And then slowly but surely, maybe you use the chanting sheet for this first one, the Arahang Sama Sambuddhasa, but over time you can kind of slowly wean your mind off of that. And then the same thing with the ETP-SO is slowly kind of wean the mind off of that. So if you guys have any questions, you can put that into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. Again, whether it's about chanting or anything that you'd like to have help on, you can ask questions. And if you're in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand and ask any questions that way as well. So it looks like there's a question coming in here on YouTube. It says, meditation with agitation, what can I do? What you're going to need to do is just keep meditating with breathing mindfulness meditation, where you're focused on the breath, and anytime the mind moves off the breath, cut that off and let it go and come back. You're going to experience this, that your mind isn't going to be completely peaceful and joyful until you get to enlightenment. And you're going to need to know the Four Noble Truths so you understand what's causing this, which is the mind's craving, desire, attachment. There's some longing, yearning in your mind that is causing the mind to be agitated. So you need to be able to cut this off and let it go. But just understand that you're not going to necessarily be able to do that instantaneously. But that's what you would like to work towards, that you focus on the breath, and anytime the mind moves off the breath, cut that off and let it go and come back. Over time, as your mind matures, you'll be able to release whatever the craving, desire, attachment is in the mind. But you're going to need more than just the meditation. If you haven't learned the Eightfold Path with me yet, you're going to need to know this entire Eightfold Path, right view all the way through right concentration. This is what's going to slowly mature the mind to be able to eliminate whatever the craving, desire, attachment is that the mind is having that is causing this agitation. And this is where you can learn to start looking inward to be able to discover what is the craving that's in the mind. But you need this entire path to be able to help you. I taught this at many times throughout the programs that I teach. If you haven't learned this yet from me, a good place to start would be our YouTube channel. I see you're on YouTube. If you search on our channel for the Eightfold Path, it'll pull up a resource where you'll be able to learn it using the words of the Buddha. Because all too often in the world, people are sharing things that they're calling the Buddhas, but they're not actually using the original words of the Buddha. So what I share with you is the original words of the Buddha. And I have that in our book too. You can download this from our website, buddhadailywisdom.com, and click on free books. And then you'll be able to see chapter 4 and 5 is all about the Eightfold Path. So that's what's going to slowly help your mind to mature and release whatever kind of underlying craving, desire, attachment is in there that's causing that agitation. And just know that you're going to experience discontent feelings between now and enlightenment. It's a gradual process of training the mind. There isn't any kind of magic bullet or, magical thing that's going to completely change and transform the mind. It's gradual training, gradual practice, and gradual progress that's going to lead to improvement. Okay, let me see if we have any questions anywhere else. I don't see any questions anywhere else. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is just end class here by thanking all of you guys for joining. I appreciate your interest in learning and growing on the path. If you would like to learn more, there's additional classes coming up this Saturday and Sunday. I have the Pali Canon English Study Group in the group learning program. That's at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. On Sunday, we're starting a retreat at 3 p.m. Thai time that is going to then go Monday through Friday as well. So there's only going to be 2 hours of the retreat on Sunday just to kind of get things started. And then Monday through Friday will be the bulk of the retreat, where I'm going to be having sessions from 9 a.m. in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. Then we're going to go out and do excursions, or people will go do whatever they would like to do. And then we're going to start over at 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. So depending on where you are in the world, you might actually be able to attend this live, like North America, Central America, South America. This is going to be a little bit different schedule for you. It's going to be adjusted, but you could potentially attend this live if you like, or you can watch the recordings, because this particular retreat is titled Purification of the Mind to Attain Enlightenment. This is where I essentially spend about an hour to an hour and a half on each individual fetter, explaining what it is, what the symptoms are, how to eliminate it, and how to know that you've actually eliminated it. This is going to help you get from the first stage of enlightenment and beyond. And even if you're not in the first stage of enlightenment, you could still learn this content, because it's going to surely help you. I've had brand new students that have never learned with me ever start in that particular retreat, and they say they learned a tremendous amount during that period of time. So you don't have to have any prior understanding to be able to benefit from any of the learning events that I have. They're all based on someone having not learned anything at all. But for those of you guys that have learned before, you'll just get more and more benefit because you'll have something to build on. So that's what's going to be coming up next week. And then, of course, on Wednesday next week, I'm going to be in the fourth part of our 4-part series of Buddhist Chanting. We're going to actually do the Buddhist Chanting, but then we're going to combine it not only with breathing mindfulness meditation, but loving kindness meditation as well. So now we'll have the complete package of chanting and breathing mindfulness meditation, loving kindness meditation. Everything will be together, so that then in the following Wednesdays, we'll be able to just rotate between breathing mindfulness meditation and loving kindness meditation. So again, thank you all for joining, and perhaps I'll see you guys in one of these future classes. Be well and take care. Sawadee ka.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To provide support for this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha. To access more teachings, visit buddhadailywisdom.com. There, you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Remember to establish a daily, consistent meditation practice, along with learning and practicing these teachings. A well-developed meditation practice is the foundation in which to train the mind to attain enlightenment.